What's going on, folks? This is your boy Marvelous Mark over here in Medellin, Colombia, and I wanted to come to you guys and record this video for a couple reasons. All right, we're gonna try to not try, but we're gonna knock out a couple of birds with one stone, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. One, it is a 30-30-30 challenge that I've been on and I've been doing when it comes to reading for 30 minutes, reading 30 minutes a day. Positive thinking or personal development or things around money or whatever it is, to obviously stay in states of how would I say, top notch, just getting the mind game right and keeping a positive attitude and a perspective on wealth creation and value increasing. Also, the other 30 minutes is sitting there and listening to 30 minutes of any kind of audio, personal development, business, finance, or whatever it is, which I myself here, I actually came over here and I've been watching Grant Cardone this past week or so, for multiple reasons. One, he's doing $1 million giveaway. Two, I have a lot of respect for the individual and his values and his morals and what he has going on for himself, just because the amount of value that he's offering to our global society. And yeah, I completely respect what he has going on, and I envy and I bless his life, just because I know he is creating a lot of content and improving people's lives, not just on the financial game and increasing in sales and whatnot, but actually providing fulfillment to people's lives. And I know it's one of the greatest gifts that we can ever experience, which is the gift of giving. And I myself, I want more of that. I want to experience more of the gift of giving, the feeling you feel or you experience when you are offering value to somebody's life, taking their life to the next level. And it resonates or coincides with my morals and my values, which is really interesting because I've recorded a video the past talking about these things, and I'm going to end up posting this video referencing Grant Cardone just so I can grab his attention. Like, I want to it's my intentions to grab millionaires' attention because I myself want to be a multimillionaire. I want to hang with them. Or I should say, the only way I know that that's going to happen is if I study them, I learn from them, I model them, I hang with them. And this is the best way. Like, using what we have here today, this is the best way to grab their attention and get inside of their sphere. Because as he said on this particular podcast or this Cardone TV, and I've heard it many times, okay? I've heard it multiple times. We are the sum of the 5 to 10. We are the sum average of the 5 to 10 people that we actually hang with, that we spend time with. And if you're not happy, you're not fulfilled, you're not making the money that you deserve, you don't have the life, you don't have the relationships and whatnot, it's probably one of the number one reasons because your environment. We are creatures of habits. We are products of our environment. And if you hang around with people that are on drugs, if you hang around with people that are drinking, if you hang around with people that are womanizers or, have low self-esteem or have nothing going for themselves, the likelihood of you being like them is extremely high. And the same thing goes on the other side of the scale. If you hang around with badasses, if you hang around and spend time with and study those that are having a massive impact on the world and offering an extreme amount of value, it's just going to happen. It's going to start happening in your life. Like, you are going to start acting like them and start picking up on a lot of their traits, which he said again in this video, which I thought was really awesome. That one, he can actually turn the volume down or off, completely off, and actually listen to somebody or watch somebody. Or if you actually do this, you will start to pick up on their actions and their attributes. So this is what I'm doing. Like, I am immersing myself in greatness. I'm immersing myself in information when it comes to this 30-30-30 challenge. And beyond that, taking massive action on my goals and dreams, doing things that I haven't done before, which I'll get into a little bit further in this video. Just so I'm stretching myself, Like I'm pushing myself, I'm stretching the limits and maximizing and optimizing my days, in turn optimizing my life and tapping into my potential. Um, but when it comes to the whole values and morals and whatnot, here I wanted to show you guys a video really quick. Here it goes. See if this will pop up and you guys can actually see it. Bing, bing, bing. Let's press play. Observe individuals of who's living a lifestyle that I think is appeasing to my values in life. Health, wealth, abundance, joy, happiness, peace, giving, serving, selflessness, love, unconditional love. So yeah, that's, I mean, I recorded that video some time back, pretty close. I mean, I was probably like 10 minutes away from Vail, Colorado, up in the Rockies. And yeah, I mean, I've been on this mad mission and I'll continue to be on it, I believe, until the day I die when it comes to optimizing my life and completely disrupting the path that my family has been on. Which is pretty interesting because Grant in this video, which was actually recorded last week, Friday, you can see here on October 21st. Oh, I'm sorry, this is actually last year. I thought this was last week. Excuse me. But what was I saying? He was talking about individuals, you know, with their journaling, with the recording of their lives and whatnot. They continue to journal about their past. And they're not journaling and recording about their future, about the life that they want, which tying into this video, my daily routine or my daily rituals, and also, you know, journaling and whatnot. Like, as you can see here, I don't know how clear it is. There, I'm gonna back up. Like, I take the time to write my stuff down. Like, I've written things down, and I continue to write things down, my goals, my aspirations, how I visualize my life and what I have coming into my life and the abundance of opportunity that's happening. Like, it's currently happening right now. I had no idea that I was actually going to start an agency, but it's happening. Like, I'm literally starting an agency. I've started an agency. I already have clients. And regarding the rituals, regarding the habits, regarding doing things, how would I say? Writing down your daily goals, what it is that you want to accomplish. And my daily goals, which I can actually, if you don't mind me reading it, like I have 2 goals today, which generally you want to have 3 to 5 goals, but I have, let me back up here. You know, goal number 1 is a research Renegade TV, which is one of my clients, Renegade TV's competition, you know, get on their email list or the competition's email list so I can start receiving emails and seeing what kind of content that they're producing, right? And how often they're producing, you know, what kind of verbiage, what kind of language that they're using in their emails to communicate with their target audience, the people that have subscribed on their list. So I can see what's working. You know, these companies have actually invested a lot of time and a lot of money to gather data. So they understand their target market. They understand the avatar that they're going after. And if I'm able to receive emails and see how often they're sending them and go through the content, I myself can actually create that content for my client or actually have my team, get a team together, which again, I'm not having to grow just because the amount of work that I'm having to do, which I like it. You know, again, inside this daily rituals, Grant Cardone talks about if you have gotten in trouble in life, it generally comes down to you having too much time on your hands, which is the importance of actually writing down your daily goals. You know, you should be filled with a lot of activity throughout your day. So you don't have time to, you know, get caught up in trouble, you know, or like fall off and not stay on your grind, not stay on your mission, your goals and whatnot. Like you should be busy. And yes, you know, there's a work-life balance and whatnot. I just know for this particular phase of my life, this particular, this moment in time, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to establish. And I know this is what it's going to take. Like I want to do this work and I'm happy and I'm excited. I'm enthused about it. I think it's really, really awesome, especially knowing where I come from and to the point that I've gotten to now. to me, that excites me, and I'm excited that much more for the future. But anyhow, let me go on to the my second goal, and it's actually tying into this weekend. Here it is, Saturday, right? Like last night, I stayed up and I was going through some information and also creating custom audiences and lookalike audiences, just because I want to optimize the ads, the performance of the ads for my current clients right now. You know, I'm working with a spa over here, a beauty spa in Medellin, Colombia, and I think it's pretty cool that I'm getting results, and I want to create a I want to create a funnel, like a testimonial funnel. The reason being, and this ties into my goal number 2 by the end of the weekend, because it's quite a task, and at the same time, it's not just because some of the tools that I have. It's really, really cool, but I'll get into that in a second. Goal number 2, create or scrape contact info for beauty spas in the US. A minimum of 10 plus cities, a minimum of 10 cities with and each city has 100 of these, 100 of the information that I'm able to scrape with one of the tools that I have. And I'm able to export this list and do some great things. But when it comes to the cities, because I'm born and raised in Los Angeles, I'm actually from Norwalk, Santa Fe Springs, California. So, which is in LA County. I'm a Los Angeles, California boy. But anyhow, Los Angeles, California, Laguna Niguel, San Diego, San Fran, and then I start going into, I have some other cities in California. Temecula, California, Rancho, Cucamonga, and then Corona. When it comes to California, just because I know these areas actually have money to spend, and I want to work with clients that actually have marketing capital. Like I will not work with clients that do not have a marketing budget set aside per month. Because if they don't have a marketing budget set aside per month to grow their business, they sure in the hell don't have any money to work with me or take on my services to actually help improve their lives, grow their brand, and generate more sales. So that's it for the California cities. I also have, Dallas, Texas, Chi-Town, Chicago, Scottsdale, Arizona, Tampa, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to go after these tier 1 cities just because, again, I know they have capital. And going into that here, I want to actually show you how simple it is with one of the tools that I have. It's actually called Builderall. To me, what I've come to discover, it's the overall best digital marketing platform that I've discovered as a marketer, on the planet, just with the amount of tools. But regarding one of the tools that I'm going to use, which I already did a little bit of work ahead of time, and as you can see here, beauty spa, Los Angeles, California, right? Let me see. 1 second. Let me move this down. Not that I like looking at my face. But anyhow, you can see here. Let me see if I can move this. Builder all. Now I come in here and put in beauty spa, Los Angeles, California, and I'm able to scrape 20 to 50 or 100, 20 to 100 different companies, right? And this is what I really, really, really dig about it, because, and even though each city does not pull up every single piece of information from all these, which it pulls up a lot of information. Their Facebook ID, their name, their address, their phone number, email, their website, and yeah, I think that's really cool. The important thing, another reason why I'm studying Grant Cardone is because he talks about using multiple channels to actually generate sales. Generate sales, close deals. Aside from the internet, aside from social, face-to-face, which is another thing, and that makes it's a little challenging, which I can do that here. And hopefully in the future, in the near future, with me closing deals and building out these funnels and reaching out to these clients, I'm going to be able to fly face to face and go meet with these owners and let them know what it is that I'm able to do, or what it is my agency is able to do for their business. And putting the responsibility, that's another thing that I've been learning from Grant this week when it comes to face to face, letting these owners, these people that you actually want to do business with, letting them know that you are going to be in the area So, and that you would like to meet. And I believe, from my understanding, that puts these individuals in a position to let them know that you are serious. Like, you are really, really serious. Excuse me real quick. Let me turn on the light. Yeah, so you are really serious. And I think that's really cool when it comes to sales, and people can actually see the face, they can hear the voice, they can feel your energy, and they know that you're not you're not BSing. On top of that, you're able to write up the deal. You know, even though they may not, all the objections that you're going to end up facing, you're able to write up a deal, regardless whether they want your services or not. You put a proposal, you put an offer, fill it out, and put it in their hands. That way, you know, you have their contact information and you're able to follow up with them. And I think that's extremely huge, you know, especially knowing the statistics, the data, which the other day, was it yesterday? It was yesterday. I posted a video in regards to, again, you know, I will actually want to be part of this. I actually want to win, and I believe I'm going to win. I'm going to win some, excuse that, I'm going to win some money from Grant, and I'm going to reinvest that capital into myself, into my business, because I want to grow my business, and I want to grow myself. I know our capital, our finances will only grow to the extent that we do. And if we're not continuing training, which is one of the 5 tips, you know, Grant Cardone's one of 5 tips, which I actually wrote all 5. He had a video, and it was something that I learned while watching this video. And I took the time to write all these notes down. And to me, like, I feel good about it. Again, and it's part of this 30-30-30 challenge that I'm on, you know. But here, what is he talking about? Here it goes. The follow-up, okay? The fortune is in the follow-up. You know, being able to put an offer in somebody's hand or writing up the deal, right? I should actually go through them just to touch on them a little bit. Get your money and your financial mind right, which is part of the 30-30-30 challenge. If your mind is not right, if you don't pop the lid, if you don't believe or think that you can actually attain $1 million, $10 million, $100 million, like, it's the mind game. And I already know I'm there. When it comes to visualization and me seeing it and me believing it, like, I would not take the time to write all this stuff down. Like, I have plans. There's reasons why I want money. One, obviously, to feel great about myself as a man and optimizing my life. But not just that, the offering of value, the distributing of value. And I have a lot of ideas. And it's going to take capital to actually produce these ideas, which in turn, or manifest these ideas, which in turn is only going to distribute more value to our global society and improving the overall quality of their lives. So getting the mind right, it is a must. It is foundational for you to grow there, like to build from there. Second, the follow-up. This was huge to me. I didn't know these statistics and this data, so this was extremely, extremely huge. It's all in the follow-up. Is the follow-up. 25% of all sales make one phone call. Like 25% of all salespeople make one phone call. Like, wow, that to me is mind-blowing. 40% never make 2 calls. And then the rest of the individuals, the majority do not make a phone call at all. And to me, that is mind-blowing. And I have no problem making a phone call. I've done phone sales before, and I'll continue to do phone sales. And just because I know what it does, I know the power of actually sales, and especially knowing this data, knowing this information, which again, I'm big ups to Uncle G, Grant Cardone, for gathering this information and having the experience that he has, or that you have, and that you're sharing it with us, you know, the global society. With those individuals, those leaders in the world, the ones that actually make difference and grab their cojones and do something with themselves. Now, moving on. Most never make the first call. Most sales are made. Here it goes. Most sales are made and closed on the 5th and 8th follow-up, the 5th and 8th call. Most sales. That means, okay, if all these individuals are not making phone calls, that means there's more opportunity for me, the individual that is going to make the phone call. And if there's such a small percentage of people actually making the phone call, that means I have a high chance of actually generating this business, which again gets me closer to my goals and dreams, which makes me feel better as a businessman, a business owner, an entrepreneur. and somebody that's offering value to our global society, which is awesome. Like, I love that. Like, the odds are in my favor. It's actually based on the statistics and the information. It lets me know that it's easy. And I battle between easy and simple, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And I think that ties into the whole get your mind right. A lot of people don't have the mental game to do it. And based on the reading that I was doing earlier today, let me get over here. Based on the reading that I was doing earlier today, which this is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind from T. Harv Eker. This is my second or third time. I believe my third time actually reading this book. And again, it's part of my 30-30-30 challenge. A lot of these individuals don't have the confidence because it's all stemmed from their past, which I can speak from that. Like, I understand what it's like to actually deal with, being called stupid and all this different stuff. But this is one that really hits, not home, but really makes sense, and it resonates. People are challenged by receiving for several reasons, which the wealth file talks about. Rich people are excellent receivers and poor people are poor receivers. Now, people are challenged by receiving for several reasons. First, many people feel unworthy or undeserving. This syndrome runs rampant in our society. I would guess that over 90% of individuals have feelings of not being good enough running through their veins. Where does this low self-esteem come from? The usual, our conditioning. For most of us, it comes from hearing 20 no's for every yes, 10, you're doing it wrong for every you're doing it right, and 5, you're stupid for every you're awesome, which I just think that's really, really, really interesting. So I know, like, I have the belief and confidence, and I have no problem failing. The more failure that I do, the closer I'm going to get to my success, which is kind of interesting because I produced some content today and yesterday regarding failure and why we should be happy and enthused and excited about failing more. And I say that with the mindset of us actually learning and doing something new every day, pushing ourselves to do something new every day so we can learn, so we can stretch our limits, so we can tap into the capacity of our brains and our potential in being our own legend. So I feel good about making these phone calls that all these other salespeople do not want to do. I feel good about going through this information and gathering this information and crafting an email inside the Builderall system, inside the mailing box, which is connected to the Builderall system. And as you can see here, I have LA Spa, which I'm going to end up changing that name. And I come in here, which is so cool with this, even though it doesn't show it on, it won't show it because, it does show it. Export. You see that? I'm able to export this list. And with that list, after I get all these 1,000, I'm able to come in here. Is this the edit? Configuration. I'm able to come in here. Let me go back one. And import this list. This is what's so cool. This is what's so extremely powerful. Where is it? Anyhow, yeah, I'm able to come in here and import this list. And once I import that list, I'm going to craft the email. And then once I'm done crafting the email, I'm also going to put together the testimonial video with my current clients and showing the results with my current clients. And based on the statistics, based on the data that in the industry, the marketing industry and whatnot, 56% of people who see your offer, and again, this is what's so interesting about what Grant talks about over here, inside the video that he created about the 5 tips to becoming the best salesperson, presenting your offer. And, here it goes. Write up the deal. Present the offer. Send your offer every single time. So, based on the data and the statistics, 56% of people who see your offer the first time are not in the buying. They're not in the buying cycle. They're not in the buying game, and they will never buy. 40% will buy. However, over time, if they see your offer, they're going to eventually buy, whether it's going to be from you or it's going to be from somebody else that reaches out to them or puts their offer in front of them. And that's the importance of the follow-up, not just the follow-up on phone, not just the follow-up on email, the follow-up on face-to-face. And again, this goes into step number 3 or tip number 3. You must mix up your strategies. It can't just be one strategy. So this is why I love this challenge right now. This is why I love learning from Grant Cardone, who's known as the best salesman in the world, or one of the best salesmen, because he's studied the best, and the transactions that he's been able to close and continues to close. And not just that, the individuals that he transformed into awesome kick-ass salespeople. So 40% of these individuals that see my offer will buy eventually. And again, it's just a matter of me mixing it up and getting in front, or using these different platforms and using the phone call, using these different strategies to acquire these clients. Now, 1 to 3%, depending on how good your offer is presented, and if it's targeted to a specific niche or to your the message to market match is good. 1 to 3% will buy every single time. Every single time they're in the market for buying your services or your products. So if I have a list of 1,000 people, and of 1,000 people, we'll just say 1%. But no, I don't want to say 3%. Okay, I'm popping the lid, Grant. I'm popping the lid, Uncle G. You know what I'm saying? I'm popping the lid. 3% are in the marketplace for buying. 3% of 1,000, that's 30 clients. And if I'm charging a minimum of $1,000, I just increased my monthly revenue. How many of that? Is that 3,000%? Something like that, something along those lines. Going from zero, which is a part of a challenge that I actually created for myself, which is in here, which I've written down, and I posted it on my own wall. How to go from zero to $10,000 in 24 days. And in my past the day, it's October 18th. It's October 28th, and I said October 18th. Am I there? What am I? I'm probably like $9,000 short. But I'm not, okay? And this is why I'm doing this. It's Saturday night. This is why I'm grinding. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm recording this video. This is why I'm sitting here and not out in the streets trying to hook up with chicks. I'm not drinking or anything. If anything that I'm drinking, I got some coffee, because I need to keep myself, I want to keep up. Like, I want to stay up, even though I'm tired. My daily routine is getting up at about 5:30 every morning. First thing I do is throw down like 3 glasses of water just so I can rehydrate my body, because your body actually, how would I say, is working its hardest during your sleep. Speaking of something to drink, it's working its hardest, so you need to re-amp your body up with fluids, especially because our body is made of 70% of water. Second, I put a piece of fruit, a piece of earth, again, some more water in my body so I can settle the hunger, and I go for a walk. I first walk to this hill called Pueblito Paisa, and at the bottom of the hill I get my stretching on, because stretching is extremely important. It helps prevent energy, loosens up the muscles, it wakes up the muscles and gets it ready for some activity. It's letting them know, like, hey, we're about to get cranking right now and get going. And after I'm done, stretched, warmed up, and loosened up, I smash that hill. I mix it up with my routines, and I've been pretty consistent when it comes to about 4 to 6 days a week on my workout, which I'm not going to show my body. Here, I'll give you guys a piece of what my body looks like. As you can see right here, I handle my biz. I really, really do. And again, it's because I want to be top notch. I want to be the best me. I want to be the best me for me to feel good. And not just that, instead of me having to worry and trying to get these girls or get my queen, the woman that I want in my life, I want to attract her, and I've read this before in a book. Stop worrying about trying to find the right woman. Focus on being the right man that attracts the right woman into your life. And one comes down to mentality, your mental game, your confidence, your esteem. how well you take care of yourself, and that's all based on your morals and your values and whatnot as an individual. And it's part of my morals and values. I want to be badass me. And another reason is because if I happen to be blessed with having a family like kids, in which I specifically want to have kids, because what I'm trying to do is build a family fortune, a family bank. And this is a book from Will and Bill Bonner, How to Build Family Wealth and Hold On to It for 100 Years, which that's what I want to do. This is part of my weird science project. This is my disruption of the the path that my family has been on. Like, I am that disruptor. I am going to be the creator. I'm going to be the one who builds it and hands it over to my future family. And if by any chance I'm not blessed with a family like kids and whatnot, this is another reason why I want to start the Gem in You, or I am starting the Gem in You Foundation, to help out those troubled kids and individuals that are lacking support, love, and whatnot, and the environment and the resources to tap into their greatest possible version of themselves, also discover their gifts and talents, and create a lifestyle and income for themselves, and ultimately wealth with the gifts and talents that they have. So, where am I? This is why I want to be. I have my reasons. I have my end results, and reverse engineering my life and where I want to take it, and where I'm going, where I'm headed, where I've come to. To me, it's amazing. And to have impact on our world, utilizing the tools and resources that we have available to us, the information, like Grant Cardone, he's giving us a buttload of information, free information. And if we take this information and run with it, we're able to do great things for ourselves. We're able to generate and produce amazing results. I want to be a testimonial. I want to be one of Grant Cardone's testimonials. I will be. I believe I'm going to make enough noise for me to grab his attention. How am I going to do that? Tag his name. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which I'm doing all this. Like, I'm creating videos to grab his attention. Like, check it out. Just believe another day.
This is what I'm talking about. Everything being mindset. Everything mindset. If you change your mindset, your whole world around you will change. I'm not gonna lie, I'm grateful for being alive today. I'm grateful for experiencing our grand creator and universe. I'm grateful for having that freedom, first and foremost of mind. My spirit is free, but think it would be an insult for me to not go out here and discover the great artists out here and all the artists that our creator has created, because we're all gifted and talented. Where our minds and our emotions are just calloused and filtered from all the naysayers and bullshit and the things that we get from media, how you're supposed to be and what's supposed to happen, how life is this and that. No, science stuff is magical.
That's right. It is another day, and I'm grinding. I'm getting after it, and I love it. I'm passionate about this. I'm excited about it, and I truly believe I'm going to be one of those. I'm going to be one of those individuals that Grant acknowledges me, and he sees me, and he wants to work with me, and not just that, he's going to actually help fund, since he's giving funds away. I believe he wants to give funds away to individuals that are doing things and have goals and really want to offer value to this global society. And I'm going to do my best to grab his attention, especially with this recording, this video. I'm going to grab his attention. So anyhow, there's your boy Mark. Start your 30 day challenge. 30 minutes of listening to or reading something about business, finance, personal development to take your life to another next level. Listen to 30 minutes of kick-ass stuff, which I highly suggest listening to Grant Cardone, because at the end of the day, everything has to do with sales. If you don't know how to sell or push your product, you don't know how to push your services, it doesn't matter if you have the greatest services in the world. You have to know how to sell. If you want the best wife or best, your dream wife, your dream husband, you have to know how to sell yourself. You know, if you want the job or you want the internship or whatever it is, you need to know how to sell yourself and your services and your product. So I highly suggest listening to Grant, study Grant, mirror Grant, model Grant, and if you can invest in any of his programs, his information, which he has a bunch of information, and this is what I want to do. I want to take this money, take this capital that he's given away, and reinvest into myself, into his programs, and potentially even work with him. Get in his office and work with him, work by his side, and be one of the top producers in his office. I know I have that ability, and I know I can. And yeah, write down your rituals. Like, get on your ritual game. Whatever your ritual game is, figure it out. Like, you know, start rituals, start habits, start building momentum for your life, for the things that you want to do, and cut ties with all the crap that doesn't get you closer to where you want to go, doesn't bring the happiness and fulfillment that you want. Because again, you know, at the end of the day, we only have one chance at this. We only have one life. There is no do-overs depending on what you believe. Not to my knowledge, no one's ever like, hey man, this is my second or third or fourth time around, which there's individuals that believe that stuff or think that stuff. We're still in this little stage. I don't know. We don't really know. All I know is that we have one life, and I truly hope that I'm one of those individuals that actually helps inspire people to be their best their best selves, getting after their dreams, getting after their goals, and truly being an impact for themselves, for their family, and on this world. That is your boy Mark. Lots of love, and I am out. Peace.